Thanks for joining us on an episode of Auction Walk, where the show is about actually how to find things, barn finds, of course, things on auction, really good treasures that you can find anywhere in the world, but you got to do it right. Today, of course, this is Martin Snycheval. Auction Walk is his world, not mine. But today, actually, we're talking about a very particular find, and I think it's extraordinary in many ways, and you guys will be surprised about it. It's not this, but it's close. So, Martin, why don't you tell me what you got with us today?
Well, what's interesting, he was telling you the truth that I'm basically part of Auction Walk. I've been doing the auction business for almost 40 years. And occasionally what will happen is you will find, I guess, the diamond in the rough. A lot of people are looking for, and you'll see they're looking for something that's very special. And I think, like Raymond said today, we're going to use an example right here to the left. It's an older generation of this type. But since he himself drives a Porsche, I thought it would be great to use the contrast and the fun of looking at the difference between the gens.
Thank you, Martin. So today what I have is a 2009 911, what they call a 997.2, if you want to know, 3.6 engine, the smaller engine of all they have. It is now water cooled. Definitely a good cruiser on the highway, something that's been developed over 50, 60, over 60 years. But we're going to see what they did about 60 years ago, 60 years to the day, practically. Yeah. So you're going to see something in a second. I want you to see it. Let's prep for it. We're going to move on over. So now we're about to reveal what we're talking about here. I think you kind of got the hint. But I noticed, Martin, it's kind of covered right now.
Right.
Mike already covered. Why is it covered?
So I think the audience is going to have a good laugh because when we pull this back, it's vintage. So it's going to have some wear on it. But the point that he's asking is, why is it under a car cover? Well, what happens whenever you find a gem and it's in a somewhat public place? This is a gated security complex where people obviously they park their vehicles. But what happens is, if you have something that's very desirable, all these people that pass by, on the way out, they go ask the manager, "Is that car for sale?" And then the manager complains and he says, "You know what, Marty? I'm sick and tired of getting these offers over and over and over." And I said, the way to solve that is probably put a car cover on it. And he goes, "Would you do that for me?" And I said, "I'll do that for you."
So you're telling me it's not for sale?
Well, everything's for sale. But as of right now, it looks like it's not for sale.
Looks like we probably have a project in our midst.
Yes.
And we're going to do a lot of work and help on that.
Yes. Oh, okay. They're going to have a good laugh when they see that peeled back.
Okay. Before we do the reveal, let's just tell them, what is it?
Well, you tell them, because you drive one.
Okay, so you know that we're going to be talking about a 911. That seems obvious. I got the 2009. It's different. What we have on the cover is extremely, what I would say is, I want to be careful to say rare, although it is, but extremely special. Now, remember, we have 911s. 911s started in 1964. And originally when they were built, Porsche actually called them 901s. So, but they had to change that because Peugeot had the 0. So as a trademark issue, they went to 911. So what happened in 1964 when they built it? You have a handful of 901s, you had a handful of 911s. So the first full year of a Porsche was 1965, which is unique. Back then, it came with a 2-liter engine, so it was the boxer engine, right? 6-cylinder. And what was unique, it had 5-speed, which generally at that point, cars weren't coming, at least not standard, with a 5-speed. So that was kind of significant. So it was kind of special, to be sure. Now, in this case, we have to think about that Porsche built about 1.25 million cars between 1964 and the end of 2024. So 1.25 million. If you built maybe a couple hundred in 64 and maybe less than 2,000 in 1965, this is a 65. You're talking about a run of less than 3,000 before the million came out, right? So it's quite impressive, extremely rare. So I think it's very important to keep that in mind insofar as the rarity of the car. In any event, it is a good raw vehicle like it was supposed to be. It was a good driver's car. I guess it had crank windows and probably not heated seats, right? Yeah, there you go. So they knew how to build sports cars at the time. So we want to take a look at it. We're gonna kind of take it off. I think the color's kind of unique, as it were.
Well, it's very desirable.
Very desirable.
So what's interesting, before I got the title paperwork, I really didn't know what I had. I didn't know if I had 94, which I was hoping for, and
64.
Excuse me, thank you. A 64 versus 65. Either way, it's still great, but the 64 is obviously more desirable because of production numbers.
Production numbers. And frankly, that's a holy grail. It's still a grail.
Yeah.
At 65, it's still a grail. So that's okay.
here's what happens. So I was looking at some of the clues. You go to the great Google it, and you try to figure out what model do I really have. Do I have a 64? Do I have a 65? And there are a few tells. So it is a 65.
All right. So let's do this. Let's take a look, and we're going to do a reveal.
Okay.
And talk about this, and I'm kind of excited. It's got a journey ahead of it. I don't think it's. Let me guess. It needs a little bit of work.
Unfortunately.
Or
when are we going to tell the audience how long it's been sitting?
Ooh.
Later.
Tell them now. How long has it been?
It's 40 years.
40 years.
Never moved. Sat in the barn. 40 years. With its truck that towed it in front of it, and the trailer.
All right. So we got our work cut out ahead of us.
Yes.
All right. All right. Let's go take a look at it. Thanks.
Okay. We're going to give it a
this?
try.
All right. Let's take a look.
Let's hope it peels all the way back. I don't know.
Over here.
We good? Damn.
I got something up here. Wait.
Do we have something tied up?
All right. Ready to go? Here we go. Ah, there you go.
Oh, I got a little tie down.
You know what? And this is the first time I see it, and I'm going to weep. Oh my God, this is beautiful.
Okay, here we go.
Wow. Oh, got it tied down.
Okay.
Done.
All right.
Oh, hold on. I got it tied down?
So do I, but I'm good.
Okay, well, I'm good too, but that's not what I'm talking
easily.
about.
Okay,
hold on.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Got it.
All right, I got mine. There we go, all the way down.
Wow.
And actually, Raymond, this is the first time you seeing it.
This is the first time I've seen it.
Yep.
Let me get this. Wow. It's green, Marty.
Yeah. I guess people could tell us in the comments if green is a desirable color. Because I'm kind of curious. Well, I guess we could talk about the restoration or what you want to, I'm talking about color change now. So it's
wow. Okay. Look,
yeah.
Let me ask you this question. Is all numbers matching? Engine,
yes.
Body?
All original.
So,
except the tires.
Okay. Tires are going to happen. I get that. Tires happen. But in the context of the entirety of the car, it's all pretty original.
100%. Once we're going to show you the engine, you'll see that the engine's never been molested, never been touched. Everything's original. It's all there.
So you want to switch it out with a whale tail?
No.
No whale tail? No whale tail? Okay, no whale tail. Okay, maybe extra rally lights? No? No, you want to do that? Okay.
I'm kind of a purist. I don't know.
I definitely
Why
am a
don't you tell the
purist.
audience
Don't do it.
what the options are, what we can do, what some people will do.
Okay. Well, look, there's a lot of things you can do with these things. You can do 1,000% full restoration, paint and everything else all same, probably best, right? Including the interior, which we're going to take a look at because I'm curious about that. But you can do that, of course, and have it completely redone. Beautiful in its own right. The question is, should you do that? And when you have something that shows its state, a true survivor, if you will, right? So it's actually survived. Is it more unique just to leave it as is? Okay, fine. Maybe we put a clear coat. Maybe we clean it up. But we keep the patina. It's a good option. So I'd be curious to see what we do with this. In fact, I'd be curious to hear from a lot of people because we don't even know what we should do with it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that are going to tell us what they want to do with it. No whale tails, but other than that, I think this is a good idea.
I think it'd be a shame to do a resto mod when it's so original.
Agreed.
I think most people do resto mods. They come across a find like this and the engine's missing. Or they come across a find like this and let's say the front end's missing. And now it's a battle to be year correct on the parts.
Yep.
And they said, let's just do a resto mod. It's easy. Now, the problem with resto mods, by the way, have come up quite a bit in value in the past.
Yes.
But on something like this, I think a resto mod would decrease the value.
Well, yeah, and I'll tell you, there are designer modifiers out there. I mean, just top notch. Singer gives an example, right? So he'll get a 964, he'll do so many things, and it adds value to it because he knows what he's doing. Yeah. So he knows what he's doing. So I respect the idea of doing it. It's right place, right time to do it on the right car. Again, not particularly an expert, just more an enthusiast. I would say this is probably not the right car to do that on, but be curious to see what other people say. Let's take a look at this point. I want to do a walk around.
Okay, I'll follow you.
All right. Well, I noticed we have a little bit of a crack here. Okay, I'm not sure I'm taking this home. It doesn't close.
This was a California car, so what we have is we have rust. Okay, This is not a rust bucket, but we do have rust. So we have California rust, and then when you see this really dry paint, we call that a Nevada desert
Patina.
patina. Yeah.
Nevada desert.
So
patina.
it has its issues as far as the paint.
But you say California rust. Are we talking? Is it, as far as you can tell, is it down into the metal, or is it just superficial, kind of on the surface?
I would say 90 above.
Yeah.
The pan. I don't know what you call
For
that.
sure.
We're probably looking at 97% surface rust.
Yeah.
However, there is some issues underneath that I would be concerned about. That does go into the probably need to do a little bit more attention on the repair.
Got it. Okay. Original wheels.
Yeah.
All right. We said not original tires, but you may have had them before. But when you're 60 years old, I guess the tires give out.
Yeah,
so,
they do. They were all 4 flats.
Okay.
And just a side note, I think I shared this with you. One of my other finds was a Maserati, and I kept the tires. And so this poor Porsche right now has Italian Maserati tires on it. So I think this Porsche is upset.
Sacrilege.
Yeah, that it's a little angry at me right now. So.
Yeah. Okay. Is what it is.
Yeah.
We can always work that. We'll put on something that's more authentic, as it were. Very good.
I do have the hubcaps, by the way. It's just, I didn't want someone to help themselves to it, even though there's a car cover on it. The hubcaps really are kind of hard to find, and they're kind of pricey.
Okay. Very good.
For this year.
All right. All right. Let's go around the other way.
Okay.
Now, by the way, you manage the VINs are it's basically in the front, right, on these cars? Right.
Yeah.
So
and the front is loose. You can't open it all the way because of the trailer, but just pull it straight up. There it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's your view.
And if you really look closely there is no rust inside there.
It's very clean.
I mean, basically, it's been well taken care of. Consider it's how old it is.
Yeah. Well,
and it has a spare. I think that's the original tire.
It could be. Now I notice on this side we don't quite have as much challenge on the paint, shall we say?
I agree with that.
Oh, it's very nice. But now we get a better chance to see a full effect of the color.
Was that way?
That could have been, yeah. So, door handle.
Yep.
Does it open?
It should.
Well, okay. Oh, there it is. Little WD-40 will fix it. Wow. We'll look at the interior in a minute. But I'm telling you, it's pretty cool.
I like the green. What I've read is green is desirable, and this is a rarer color. I keep on saying, please make a comment, but if you can validate that for me, I think that helps us with the idea of when we do a restoration that we're definitely going to keep it the original color, which we believe is green.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. It's just me. If you're going to restore a car to its original state, which I would say, assuming this car does, keep the same color regardless of what it was. Thankfully, it's green.
Yep.
Very nice. Okay, so here we go. We got the 1965 911. Looks like it's the original green color. Shouldn't be a surprise, but it's not running. But that'll be fixed. Interior, a little bit kind of rough, but doable. I like the wood. That's beautiful. Just have to restore that. That's beautiful, though. That's just amazing. Hubcaps in there. Now you'll notice that there's, again, the paint's a little bit, I don't know, cracked, of course, a little bit here. The rust, according to Marty, the rust is not bad. It's pretty much just superficial rust altogether. We had the engine open. Can't see if it turns or not, but nonetheless, we did see it. Again, not really rusty. All the parts are there. So we expect that to run pretty well. Eventually, when we restore this, the question is whether we're just going to leave it, kind of be a survivor and allow the patina to speak for itself, or do we completely restore it? So maybe we have it painted and take it from there. And again, it's up to Martin in his car, how he wants to do it and what the investment might be on that. But I don't think you can go wrong either way, to be honest. It's just a matter of what story you want the car to tell at the end of the day. So survivor might be the way to do it with the patina. Let's take a look on the inside this way. There we go. So again, a little bit rough. Looks like, crank windows, no heated seats, but I guess, and no Bluetooth. But all pretty nice. So, all things considered.
Okay, one point that I do want to bring in, and it's something that it's going back to the auction walk mentality. It's like I'm not going to name names, but there are many collectors that are on YouTube, and they will find rare cars. Like there are rare '73 Torinos, there are rare '69 Mustangs, and there are rare Porsches, which we believe this one is. But the thing that I want to mention is it's not the type of guy that's going to go down to the Ford dealership and say, "Oh, I'll buy that one." No, it's a different kind of buyer. Okay, whoever really ends up with this, whether I do the restoration, Ray helps with the restoration, or the person that buys this, more than likely is going to be the end user. They're not buying it to invest in it and then flip it. They're buying it to build it and enjoy it. Okay, and I think that's a very important point to make, because you see so often in the car industry, when I do with auctions, is people are saying, wow, I can make $1,000 on that, or I can make 200 on that, or whatever it is. That's a different kind of buyer. This is not that buyer. The person that wants this car wants the experience of driving a 65 Porsche as it felt in 1965. They want to go down like the California, Highway 1, and they want to feel what it really felt like to roll down this freeway. And it's just like they're taking a piece of time. They're going back into a whole era. So for me, what makes this kind of exciting is to see where it goes, because I would much rather see someone who really appreciates the car. They appreciate the engineering. They appreciate the age. They appreciate the feel, No, it doesn't have 600 horsepower, but it has plenty of horsepower to enjoy yourself. And I think that the real buyer that's going to enjoy this car might have 6 Porsches lined up in his garage. It's very likely. But he loves this one for its engineering, for its shape, its color, its rarity, and its feel. And that's pretty much what I have to say, Ray.
Well, I mean, it's really more about you're not looking for a buyer, you're looking for an owner. Right?
That's true.
So you want someone who's gonna cohabitat,
enjoy it.
I will tell you, as much as I do like Porsches, of course, and other cars, I've never really committed myself to a full restoration of car. Certainly something like this. So what I'd like to hear from people, anyone has opinions. Who do we go to? What do we do? How do you do it? What works and what doesn't? Yeah, in the comments. There's a way to do
the
that.
nice thing is that whoever the gentleman was that owned this, he's passed now. We mentioned at the beginning of the video that this was his setup. He had this car on this trailer, and he had a big truck. And I think he had dreams that he was going to do something with the car and go to car shows. So Raymond lives in Southern Cal, so I was thinking, it would really be great, not only for the intel, for me to hook up my truck to this and take it down to
Cars and Coffee. Cars and Coffee over there. There's Cars and Coffee everywhere in the country, but the one in Southern Cal, particularly in Orange County, is pretty big.
Well, it also has a lot to do with, hopefully, Porsches.
Oh yeah, they do. Trust me, they do. Yeah. The question is, ideas for this in the comments. What would you do? What would you not do? Did we get something wrong insofar as paint it purple instead of green?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think that's right, but maybe there's something. So we could use some coaching on this as well, and as we take this on tour, as it might be.
Pull up in cars that are very similar to this. They might be pulling up in a 64 911, and they might say, well, here's what I did, and here's who I used, and this is what it cost me, and this is what I had a hard time finding, etc.
Yep. Well, very good, Marty. Thanks for your time.
Well, thank you for taking the time.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, honestly, if we were a Jaguar, I'd do the same thing, but it's a Porsche, right? Yeah. That's amazing. And the find, I think, is very unique. I know you're good at this. I know your stories, and I know you've got a lot more information out there about non-car stuff than the things how you worked and, I don't know, things you found in suitcases.
That's more likely.
Yeah, exactly.
This is very hard to find.
It is. But even then, I'm going to tell you, it takes experience to do it. I'm not going to get lucky.
Your mind has to be open to potential like this.
Agreed. So I appreciate the time and the explanation. We'll see what we do with the information, get the comments back, take it on the road. It'd be kind of fun. No pun intended, was put on the trailer, so it doesn't have to run yet. And see what we can do with it. And again, other things that you come up with Auction Walk. Again, your stories, the things that you've done, the things that you found, the coaching that you've done for people insofar as what they can do with an asset, or whatever it is. You know this business very well. So I'm looking forward to a lot of that as well.
Thank you.
But thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir.
So again, here we get a better look from the top. What we got going on? You can. I still think I might trade it for, I still think I'd consider trading my Porsche for this one. Probably has to run.